Well, let me examine again why people are actually buying the metals in the first place. It's a little bit more than an investment. And I know people are like getting like all desperate now because they've seen the prices going down, and who knows how long they'll be down. It looks like the game is to basically crush the markets as long as possible and squeeze out as many people as possible, and then we'll create fiat money out of nothing and buy it up as cheap as possible, right? But I have to say this, I think, well, that's really what they're doing. Creating as much debt as possible, and then, toilet paper money gets created out of thin air, and you can buy real stuff with that. That's really what they're doing. But as far as gold, the one thing it's like, yeah, I'm going to say this again, but I'm going to hammer it home a little bit more about they can't really manipulate it. Not the way you think. Because in reality, it exists. It's a real metal. And why did people always use gold? Why did they use it way back when? They say it's art antiquated. But nobody could screw with it. They used to even have the tally sticks. They used to take a stick and they used to put a mark on it. It was a wooden stick, and that was how many, that was worth so much. They were using the tally sticks in England for a while. The thing is, I could tell you about this with gold. I'd rather have gold buried in the ground than, and you could say it's going down in value or whatever, but I know it's going to outlast those freaking BS artists out there. First off, it's termite proof, it's rot proof, it's fireproof. You take this little paper here, say this was a fiat note, and I just went like this, it catches on fire, right? It burns up. Do that with gold. It just melts and you change it into another thing, right? Doesn't do anything, right? Are you going to trust those people who have the supposed value of what your savings are in electrons? How many people do you think, if there was a crisis, how many people do you think that are actually working in the brokerage firm or the bank would actually know that there's a crisis going on until there actually was one? No, they wouldn't know. And then what would they do? They would say, well, I don't know, there's nothing I could do about it, right? It's your money, I'm sorry. Because somebody else, it happened somewhere, much higher up on the echelon. That's really why you got the gold and the silver and the other metals too, the other silvery metals, is because there's going to be a catastrophic collapse of the system. And I'm just saying that because it's negative, because there's a lot of, the financial system is top heavy with bullshit. Most of these people in the financial world, they're getting paid like $6,000 a week and stuff like that. They ain't worth that kind of money. They're bullshit. They're bullshit, man. That's all they are. And you see this crap even on the internet too. I mean, sometimes they're getting into the silver pumping when it's really high. Now they jump onto the real estate market. Oh, it's a real estate market. Oh, get rich. But really, I have to say, it's like you're waiting for a real collapse. It's going to be a collapse. And I'm going to tell you, most of these financial people that are walking around like they got everything figured out, it's going to be like musical chairs, especially with the financial people. They're going to be like dirt farmers. They're going to be migrant workers. That's what's going to wind up with them. I'm serious, man. They're going to go from the top right to the bottom like that. That's what's going to happen to a lot of the financial people. Jim Rogers is probably right about this because they aren't really worth anything to anybody. They're all bullshit. It's all like selling you. The world of finance has become more like selling people video games or something like that. It's not really money. It's not really a financial instrument. You got to remember, people get paid money on, say, stocks and bonds because there's an actual company behind it that's producing something. The financial system works then, but it doesn't work when you got a lot of these other garbage instruments going on. And that's what I was saying. There's a lot of money out there that exists in options and futures and bets and derivatives. That's just going to go away. It's going to go away faster than this piece of paper. Much faster. Much faster than I could burn this piece of paper. That's why you got gold. And they're attacking it too. Because people like Ron Paul opened their mouth and they said, Gold is money and Bernanke, you're stupid and all this kind of crap. But I think the system, it's not going to be that long. It's going to fall apart. Just watch on the way up. Oh, they're gonna tax the crap out of gold if it gets really up there. They are gonna tax the crap out of it. So that's one reason my personal strategy is to sell stuff in pieces, because if I wait for it to go way up, they're probably going to have like an excise tax on it anyway or other restrictions. So you're not going to be able to guess that. No matter how you work it, they're going to try to take your money. So, but just remember, gold doesn't rot, mildew, burn, or any other kind of crap that anything with paper or plastic money can do. And as far as electronic money, that's even in the worst situation. That's why you have it, man. That's why you have it. And you know, there's nice, sweet talking bullshit artists that come from, you know, UBS or something, and they talk to sweet little old ladies that have like millions of dollars, and they just love them because they're getting a nice, you know, they got more assets under their management, so they talk nice to these old ladies. They don't give a shit. When the freaking rug cat comes out from underneath it, they're going to say, well, I didn't know, I'm sorry. They ain't going to give a shit. But if you got gold, you're going to be solid. It's the reason they call it solid gold, man. There's a reason they call it that, right?